Well, I think as you look at the last couple of weeks, it's obviously seemed that way. So it's just one of those things where I think circumstances have kind of dictated a lot of what's happened the last couple of weeks. But for us, it's been that way. A lot of it's been that way, I guess, for a lot of my career. It seems the last couple laps always kind of have to be a little bit dramatic for us on days that we win. But just a great couple weeks. The guys have done a great job in getting the cars where they needed to be in the second half of the race, and we came out on top for a couple weeks, so we'll just keep at it.
All right, we'll take questions now. Raise your hand, state your name, affiliation. We'll go with Mike Embry, over here to Mark, then Claire, and then Steve.
Mike Embry, Speed.com. Kevin, right here. Hello?
Oh, sorry.
A lot of freaky things can still happen, but having 2 wins, you would think pretty much would basically lock you into the chase. Can that give you more latitude in how you race over the next few months, or does it make a difference to you?
Well, I think it allows you to start. I don't think we'll race any different while we're at the racetrack. I think we're here to try to win races and get the best finish that you can on a particular weekend. And if you're in position to try to win, you take pretty much whatever risk you need to try to win that race. But I think as a team, I think it allows you to start thinking about a plan as to things you want to try, cars you want to build as we go through the next several weeks. But you can't just instantly switch into that mode. It's just there's too much planning and too much organization and too much work that goes into developing a new product or a new car or a new setup or whatever the case may be to come to the racetrack and try something different. So I don't think it'll change anything at the racetrack. I think maybe 6 or 7 weeks down the road it could possibly change something, but right now it's just kind of try to keep doing the things that you've been doing.
Let's go with Mark, Claire, then Steve, and then Dave.
Mark Carroll, PRN. Kevin, before winning at Fontana, you never had before. Same thing at Martinsville. Had good runs, but had never been to victory lane. How do you feel about winning 3 in a row this weekend and winning at another track that you hadn't won before?
That seems to be kind of the trend this year: win at places that you hadn't won, or that we hadn't won. This has been we've had good performances here, and I relate this a lot to Martinsville and even California for that fact. The past couple of years we've run well here, but you look at the stat sheet and they don't stick out and say this is going to be a track where you should win a race at. But from a team standpoint, I don't look at any racetrack as a weakness for us. Right now, I think even last year we were strong in a lot of places what we hadn't been strong at before, and this place has been really good to us on the nationwide side. So it's not like we don't know how to win here as a company, or Burton's won here a couple times in the RCR stuff. So it's just a racetrack where we just need to knock that wall down and do as we've done the last couple weeks, and hopefully after we do that, it'll the wins will come more often.
How confident are you that you might be able to make it 3 in a row?
Well, like I say, I feel good about where the performance of our team is, but you just never know. There's the tire's different this week than what we raced here last year. The nose is different. The conditions are different. So there's a lot of variables that we have to weed through as we go through practice this weekend.
Go Claire, Steve, and then back to Dave Rodman.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. Can you talk about whether you sense the speed here, whether you guys really feel the speed and your thoughts about it? Because you go really fast here. And then second, did you even see that one of the websites had the feud of the week being Happy Harvick versus Angry Harvick? It was a feud of the week was you with yourself?
Yeah, I thought Bob Procris was on my side, but I learned different. But it's it's one of those things where this is a really fast racetrack, and the banking is you can definitely feel how fast you're going. It's one of those few racetracks where you feel the speed in the car, and the unique part about this racetrack is you have that big speed for 3 or 4 laps, and as you go through the tire run, the speed really drops off a tremendous amount. So, but from a driver's standpoint, you've got a lot of options here. The racetrack's got some bumps, which are great for character, and you have to make your car work good. You have to get up off of turn 2, but you can run all over the racetrack. Obviously, qualifying will be on the bottom, but when race time comes, you'll be moving around all over the place. So it's fun from a driver's standpoint.
Go ahead, Steve, Dave, and then Bob Pockers.
Yeah, Steve Richards with PRN. You said last week after the race that you had to be the villain and beat Dale Jr. Did you feel like a villain this week? Did you get any feedback from anybody about beating Dale Jr.?
Not really. I mean, it was really no different than the week before. Everybody was just excited to have good finishes, and I think all the fans were just excited to see a good race, and really it was just a normal week. I was worried about it, but I guess I didn't need to be.
Did you get any sense around the shop that it's people are more upbeat around your shop and RCR as well?
Well, I think definitely our 29 team is upbeat, and all the guys that work in the shop on a weekly basis are upbeat. So I know the beer trucks made 2 stops, so everybody's really happy about the Budweiser that's been delivered to the shop. So everybody's happy with that.
Let's go out to Dave Rodman and then to Bob Pockers.
Yeah, Kevin, Dave Rodman with NASCAR.com. Some numbers came out this week about the competitive balance in the series this year and how in competition. From your seat, what does that mean? Is it any different than it's ever been, or just what does it mean from your seat?
I think that the series has always been competitive. Obviously, we've started off the year. We started off the year with 5 different winners, and all the different organizations seems to be strong. So I think that's just a great sign for the health of the sport to see all the different organizations competitive. And but really since the chase has started, I mean, it's just so competitive to get into those top 10, 12 spots, whatever the year has been on the chase side, that seems like from race 1 to 26 is just kind of everything that you can do to get into it. So it's just everybody's digging from lap 1 to try to do everything they can for their teams and their sponsors to make it happen.
Let's go over here to Bob Pockers and then to Nicole.
Bob Pockers, SceneDaily.com. Can you explain maybe the difference in feeling from just running well every week to winning back-to-back races?
Yeah, I think it's nice to finish off what you think you should be able to do, and that's win races, and being competitive every week is what sets that off, though. It takes time to put yourself into the top 10 and then put yourself in consistently running in the top 5 and having chances to win races. And we felt like we've been close to winning a lot of races last year, and to be able to win a couple this early in the year makes everybody proud to see the progress.